All right, my name is Tathan Bennett, and today I'm going to teach y'all the basics of surfing. First, I want y'all to think of surfing as a way to express yourself, a way of really being free. It's kind of a way to show who you are in the ocean and really experience what life's all about. And this video kind of summarizes how beautiful and poetic surfing really is.
Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you got the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in, and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop, drop down, snap, and then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted, slow pitted like that.
Okay, so now that you kind of experienced that, that's how beautiful and poetic surfing can actually be when you have a good surfing session. And the only way to have a good surfing session is to go out there and do it. Kelly Slater, who's a 11-time world champion and one of the greatest American surfers, says this: "Your surfing can get better on every turn and on every wave you catch. Just learn to read the ocean better." And that's something I'm going to try to teach y'all today. There's 4 simple steps to surfing. First, you have to learn how to paddle. Second, you have to learn how to choose a wave and how to catch it. Third, you need to learn how to stand on the board once you catch the wave. And fourth, you have to figure out how to control the board and how to make it move. Paddling. Paddling is the most important thing you're going to have to deal with. But to be able to paddle, you have to position yourself correctly. When you lay down on the surfboard, you want your head in this area right here, right behind the nose of the board. And when you put the board in the water, you want the nose to be a little bit out of the water, just so when you paddle, you can glide across. It's like a boat. You want the tip to be out of the water to break the plane for you. After that, you actually need to know how to paddle. It's pretty simple. It's like swimming, freestyle. You're just going to put one arm forward and pull back, one arm forward and pull back. And when you do this, you want to cup your hands, so that way you get the most water in your hand to push and pull yourself forward. The second thing is you want to get your arm nice and deep into the water, so that way you also get the most water to pull behind you, and that pushes you forward with more momentum. After that, when you start paddling out, you need to learn where to go. You need to position yourself outside of the break zone. This area right here is the break zone. So when you paddle out, you want to paddle out to right here, so you can sit and wait, and you won't get tossed around by the waves. And that way you can choose which wave you want to go for. When you choose a wave, it's going to come in a set. A set is either 2 waves to 5 waves. It depends on where you're surfing. And in a set, you usually want to avoid the first wave and go for the second or third wave because you don't know how the set's going to turn out. The first wave in the set usually depicts how the next 3 are going to be. So you're going to be sitting out there in that area where I showed you, and you're going to wait for this type of wave to come in. This one's not tall enough, and it doesn't have enough force to propel you forward. This wave has enough height to catch you and to propel you forward. And this wave, unless you're really good, you won't be able to catch because it's going to crash on top of you. Now, once you've chosen a wave, you're going to try to look and see where you want to position yourself. The wave's coming, and you want to be in this area right here. And this area is kind of the same area as before, as it's not too high, but it's just the right height to push you forward. And once you chose that wave, you're going to start paddling as hard and as fast as you can. And you're going to give everything you give. If you give 100% in paddling, you're going to get 100% of the wave. That's just kind of what they tell you when you're surfing. And as you're paddling, you want to angle your board to go down the line. The line is what this guy is surfing right here. He's going straight across the face of the wave. And that's really what you want to try to accomplish, is to go across the face of the wave. And you can choose whether you're going to go right or if you're going to go left by how the wave is breaking. In this picture, you see that they're trying to go right because the wave is breaking behind them. So you want to be in front of the break. So Once you started paddling and you're ready, you're going to have to learn how to stand up. You can feel the wave pushing you forward. It's already caught on the fins of the board. So I'm going to get down and demonstrate. So you're paddling and you're going and you're giving everything you got. And then right when you want to do is you want to get into a push-up position. All right? You want to put your hands on the board and get into a push-up position. And you want to go straight into a squat. And once you do that, you're going to stand up in a squat position like this. And your legs are going to be bent, and that way you can have a full range of motion like this. Now, you don't want to go to your knees. If you go to your knees from the push-up position, it's going to off-balance the board, and you're going to lean one way or another, and it's going to screw up the way you get onto the board, and you usually fall off. So you want to go straight into a squatting position. You want to have your dominant foot in the back, so that way that you have more control of the board when you're turning and rolling and going back and forth. So how do you control the board? Well, first it starts with your head. Your head is the ultimate guide piece, because where your head goes, your shoulders will go. Where your shoulders will go, your waist will go. Where your waist will go, your legs will go. So you're going to have a constant flow like this, going back and forth and swaying and going side to side to help you turn. Now my final tip is a safety tip. You have to kind of learn how to have quick cutbacks, so that way you don't hit people when people show up, because there's always going to be people in your way. It's just how it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to put more pressure on your back foot, and you're going to like lean down a little bit more, so the front of the board gets a little bit out of the air more, and you can turn, so that way it has an easier way to spin. And after that, that's kind of all you need to know. Those are the 4 basic steps. You need to paddle correctly, you need to choose the right wave and catch it, you know how to stand up, and then riding the line. In conclusion, you don't really need to worry about it. Jamie O'Brien, who's a professional surfer based out of Hawaii, he says there's no one right way to ride a wave. You can know everything you need to, but really you just have to go out there and do it. Thank you.